Hey guys, Moogle847 back again. Sorry I missed yesterday, had a lot of stuff going on, but today I wanted to go ahead and do a little different review because, well, one, I've got way too many series going on that I'm trying to get through, so, and I've been debating on which things to actually talk about. Well, today I'm going to talk about something extremely modern, and, something that I know a lot of us throughout the world are actually watching or are messing with right now. And of course, I am talking about. You can't see it. Okay, sorry. We are talking Pokemon Go. But yep, see, my character can't even see him. Never mind. Too stupid. Anyway, so Pokemon Go. Let me tell you, this is a really neat idea. First off, I know a lot of people are sitting there going, "It's a game, it's a game." No, it's not. It's actually a GPS tool designed to make you want to go out and try to look at everything around you, which is true. You do want to do that, but there's a few drawbacks. Like for instance, I actually live in Muncie, Indiana, or around Muncie, Indiana, whichever you want to say, and there is this problem that I found with the app where a lot of the landmarks that are marked aren't on there. Like for instance, they put in the Paul Bunyan statue on the corner of Tillotson and Kilgore, which is kind of nice. It is pretty freaking iconic. Or like the Jim Davis mural over either near or in the Texas Roadhouse. That's pretty cool too. Um, and I mean, of course, all throughout Ball State and in several places along the river. That's fine. But then you find like the Craddock Nature Reserve. They're real close to or right there along the river, and real close to this one railroad bridge. There is a park. You can actually walk through it and everything else. It's a wetland park. And it's not on there. Nope, not on there at all. Okay, what else is there? Oh yes, let's go through McCulloch Park. Or McCulloch Park, however the hell they pronounce it. Let's go through there. Okay, well, what's one of the big iconic things since it likes using man-made structures? How about the Soapbox Derby track? The nice little track that goes down the hill. That's a good one. That's a good one. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. Okay. All right. Let's look at Ball State again. Okay. Well, you got Frog Baby. It's there. You've got like all the different college buildings, all the different points, all that. It's got all these great things. Okay. What about Duck Pond? Duck Pond. The little spot where you have McKinley coming down, doing a weird little corner to go around this pond that was kind of built. And, it's everybody knows Duck Pond. Guess what? Doesn't exist! Or even my personal favorite, going through Ball State, and they don't even have the freaking Letterman building. The building that was named after David Letterman, the the old talk show host of the Late Show. I think it's the Late Show. I don't know. I've never really watched him. I watched the Tonight Show usually, but I really believe it was the Late Show. But yeah, the Late Show host that was famous for graduating from Ball State University, and he doesn't even get a Pokestop. I'm calling bullshit on this, guys. Anyway, but well, I mean, really, like I said, it's a GPS app. So the idea is that you're supposed to be able to go up and find these Pokestops. You can go up and get Pokeballs and stuff from it. And every so often, a wild Pokemon will actually appear and try to attack you. Awesome. Great. Okay. And then they're supposed to even be able to show up in your house. Oh, that sounds awesome. So, how many show up in my house? None. know why they don't show up? I'm in a basement. And also because we've got, well, I mean, you got a gym that just down the road, you got a gym up here, you got a couple other little stops around at like a few churches. That's it. That's all you've got. And I look at that and I'm sitting there going, well, okay, why? Why is there nothing here? You know, and like every once in a while, I mean, like, I had to break out an incense in the game just to get crap to show up near my house. I shouldn't have to go up and attract the Pokemon to my location. They should just kind of show up every so often. Also, I think the other gripe I've got is they really, really need to increase, like, you know, being able to power up some of your Pokemon. Especially if you're, like, maybe not so much when you're in the higher ranks, but, like, when you're, like, you know, do something where it's like, okay, it looks at the nearest gyms around you, or some of the nearest Pokestops, and then it goes up and says, okay, there's a Pokemon gym over here. It's got a creature that's 1,000 something. Alright, you're trying to level up a creature that's only in the 200s. Okay, well, maybe it'll help you evolve. Oh, wait, it still costs like 50 points. Or, oh, wait, it still costs 25 points. Or, God forbid, you have a Magikarp, 400 goddamn points. You know. But, I mean, it's like, okay, seriously, why is the point system so freaking high? Do something so that way you can handicap a little bit and make it so, hey, I'm a crappier player. I would like to challenge this gym. Oh, wait, the biggest thing is a 1,500. And the largest thing I've got is an 800. It ain't gonna make it. Alright? Plus the fact I have to fight about 4 other assholes just to get to there. Great. You know what? That's awesome, but, you know, I can't do that when I'm sitting there catching, like, tons of these little Pidgey and tons of Rattata and all this. And what do I get out of it? 100 points. Okay, how much is it to level it up to the next section? 800 points, or 1,300 points. You know, I haven't seen anything this grind heavy since Final Fantasy XIV. Which is one of the biggest drawbacks I have of this game. But the idea of, like, being able to take gyms, I like that. The whole points of interest thing, the Pokestops, I like that. I like the fact that I can go to work, and, you know, when I go up and pull it up during a break or whatever, I suddenly have 6 Pokemon that pop up around me. For no freaking reason. But that's awesome, excuse me. But yeah, it's just, I keep looking at this and it's like, okay, what other landmarks are there in, like, Muncie? Well, what about, or around Muncie? Well, what about Walmarts? Do those show up? No. Okay, what about the Lowe's? Nope. It's like, you know, people know some of the landmarks by the buildings around it. Not just the freaking churches or a rock that has a plaque on it. Of course, going through Heacom, or is it Heacom Park? I forget which. There in the south end of town. I was going through one of the bigger parks, and, you know, they had a couple of the cannons marked. Okay, I'll give you that one. That was awesome. But it's just the fact that I look at what they've got, and they've got a lot of good ideas, but just not all the way I want it to work. Now, another thing that I have noticed with this game that is an issue, the power drain is significant. Even though I have put on battery, you know, or power saver, or the battery saver, it still drains like crazy. Which, you know, that's understandable. And even the data, I would like it if they could find a way to make the data less intrusive. But that's okay. You know, they're working on that. And also a few times where, and this really pissed me off, I had so many problems trying to capture some of the gyms. I am not joking. I went to a church that had a gym. I'm up there fighting the shit out of this thing. I got the enemy down to 1 HP. 1. Guess what? Nothing. You know what he also did? He brought me down to 1 HP. Okay, great. And I'm still attacking. I'm still doing everything. Guess what? Not dying. So what does that mean? Oh, well, I guess I'll just wait for the timer to die. Timer goes out. Guess what? Nothing! You know what that means? Game is still buggy as shit. But for all that, I mean that's still cool. The idea of using the augmented reality to make it so that the Pokemon actually looks like it's in the place you're at is really awesome. But I do recommend that, especially for some of the people that are trying to drive and play this. Granted, I highly discourage doing that. I try to make sure I stop somewhere fairly close before I do something like that. But the idea that I will say, turn the augmented reality off, because nothing is more freaking annoying than trying to catch that Pidgey and he looks like he's in the middle of my fucking steering wheel. I'm sorry. It looks totally retarded. So I usually turn it off so I'm just catching the Pokemon in a normal field. Maybe a little more arbitrary, but hey, at least it works. And it also makes it so that since it's not using the augmented reality, it's not having to drain battery for the motion sensor or the camera to put a little Pokemon up there for me to use the touchscreen and try to throw a Pokeball. Next thing I want to have fixed. If I throw a Pokeball and miss, and I'm not saying that you throw the Pokeball and the Pokemon goes up and breaks out of the Pokeball, that's fine. You know, I wasted that Pokeball, it failed. But every other time, when I'm throwing a Pokeball and it decides it's going to go way off here to bumfuck New England, can I get that back, please? Or the few times where I swear to God I bounced the ball off the fucker's head, guess what? It just bounces and then goes away. Catch him! Or her if it's a Nidoran female. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. But they are concentrating right now on the first 150. They are going to do more releases of the rest of the Pokemon as you go through Gold, Silver, or the Gold and Silver series. Excuse me, the Ruby and Emerald, it's Ruby and Sapphire, Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, X and Y, Pearl, or Black, X, Y, Black, White, Pearl, and I forget what the other one was. Been a long time. See, I forgot what that one was. And all the way up through into what we have coming up with Sun and Moon. I mean, they're wanting to do every single generation Pokemon, all like 700 and whatever there are. They're going to be eventually running around the entire planet. Sounds awesome. I am looking forward to it. But they still need to fix their bugs. They still need to go up and work on work on some of their balance issues, especially when it comes to challengers wanting to take on gyms. Because nothing is more discouraging than, hey, there's 8 people in this, or 6 people in this gym, and the top guy has the 1500, the next guy has like a 1400, and this guy has this much, and this much, and this much, and you're like, God, I can only kill like one of those before I die. They just need to fix it. Also, I have heard that they are going to put in trading. That's awesome. Next thing I would love for them to put in, just random PvP battles. Just, have it so that you can be going up, have it be like a challenge from World of Warcraft, where you find another player, and you go up and you say, or, have like a little board that represents like all the different players. Don't actually show the player itself, but just go up and have a little board that shows like the players walking around, and you go up and you say, okay, sure, I will battle you. Or the guy asks if they can battle you, you say sure, you both hit the okay, whatever, and then you start battling, which I think would be awesome. And sorry, my Facebook. Anyway, giving me an event I don't really care about. Anyway, so like I said, I mean, Pokemon Go is a good game. You know, even though it's technically GPS that has been reskinned, for Pokemon specifically, it's a really good game. And hitting the Pokestops to get more Pokeballs, potions, super potions, whatever the hell you want, awesome. And like I said, I like the game. It's a fun game. I mean, it gets you to go out and walk around and enjoy the world. I like it. Of course, I do wish that my loophole to keep the pedometer on and just have it so that I can be, or not either the pedometer or just have it so it checks the actual distance you've traveled. I would love for that to work, because if I forget to turn the phone on and I go from here to work, I know that that is me traveling like 3 miles. But it wants to go by how many steps miles you've taken. And let me tell you, some of these eggs are ranging from 2 kilometers, however the hell far that is, I forget. I wasn't very good at judging distance. To all the way up, excuse me, to 10 kilometers. And of course, the bigger the egg, the rarer the Pokemon. Which is all well and good, but here's the thing. I know this is made by a Japanese company, and in Japan, you can walk all across Tokyo like crazy. You're fine, because Tokyo is compact, it has plenty of points of interest, and everything works very well for them. Here's the thing, we live in America. Everything is spaced the fuck out. We need to have the ability to say, okay, my character has gone from here to here. That means that at some point, I have traveled that distance. Even if I didn't have the app on at the time. You know what that should mean? Freaking put it in. I mean, it may have been in one of those deals where, yeah, I traveled all the way to Texas. Great! And I forgot to turn the Pokemon app on, because I didn't feel I needed to do that. For the entire duration of the trip. Great! It should still, at least, because you incubate eggs to make them hatch, well, that's, whatever. I don't think I said that, but, it's whatever. A little tired. But it's just the fact that it's like, allow that thing where it's like your avatar has somehow moved from this last point where we read you to this point. Okay? There you go. As the bird flies mileage. Would be fine. Because then some of us would make sure we go to like the next town and I'll try to hatch eggs that way. And then when you're going to that next town, guess what? You're now sightseeing the Pokestops. That sounds like a good idea. But they don't do that. So, it's one of the major downfalls I found with Pokemon Go. But other than that, Pokemon Go, though, is a solid game. Right now, with all the bugs, I'm going to go with a B-, but I do enjoy the shit out of this game, guys. I'm playing it constantly, whenever I can. And, yeah, I love it. I love it. And I cannot wait for them to fix their bugs, maybe implement a few more things to accommodate some of us in, like, America, Australia, and whatever. I mean, there you go. This game's out in America, Australia, and I definitely know New Zealand. And probably most definitely Japan. But after that, I'm not sure. They're still trying for the world to get this all around the world, so all my friends in England, it is coming. Unless you've already got it, in which case, good on you. But like I said, it's just, I look at it and I say, well, why can't we get, or why can't they hurry up and put in something like that? Because, let's face it, the world is vast. We're not going to walk it to get all these points. We need to have some way to actually go wherever we need to go. So, that, and most of the Japanese, they got trains, they're getting around that way, and we're here in America, it's all road. So, it's all roads, freeways, maybe a few trains here and there, but, we're too far spaced out. We can't do that. And like I said, it's also one of those deals. Yeah, it's like 10 kilometers to hatch an egg. But that 10 kilometers you can look at and go, well, what if during that 10 kilometers the guy didn't check on the other eggs or put any other eggs in the incubator because he forgot? There you go. Still makes it so you have to wait to get the next egg. So, I don't know. But like I said, they do have ways to attract Pokemon. They have all this stuff. Overall, B minus. Good game. I'm just looking forward to them fixing things. So, anyway, this is Moogle 847. I will see you all on the next one. Take care, you guys.